offer in Growth Stack as Odoo ERP partners. And if you need to meet with us to have a business requirement session, a free consultation session now, to know if Odoo will head your company, if you can use Odoo for your company, the links are provided in the in-chat. My colleague will be dropping them. You can pick it up from there. Reach out to our advisors team. They'll be able to guide you through the requirement process needed to deploy Odoo, and also to give you other information you may need that will not be provided on this call, or answer other questions you'll be looking out for on during the free consultation session. So if you're looking to meet with us to discuss about Odoo, to discuss about how you can use Odoo in your business, kindly reach out to us via the in-chat. The links are provided for you. You can just pick it up from there or call us at any time you want. We'll be there to answer to you. Thank you once again for making it to the call. We are Growth Stack Limited, Odoo ERP partners here in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruth, for that. Thank you for that presentation. That should be insightful. Mr. Agu, we'll hear from you. Please just be brief before we start the formal session for the day. So you have the floor.
Yeah, okay. Good morning, everybody. Thank you
Morning,
for the
sir.
opportunity given today. Yeah. Okay, please, a quick one. I've been using Odoo for a while. In the area of anytime I upload, let's say I do batch upload of, let me say, my account statement. Now I have like an interbank transfer. It's usually a problem for me to link up maybe a payment from one transfer from one bank to the other, assuming I do batch upload of maybe a single account statement. Let's say I uploaded First Bank account statement, and there is one transfer from First Bank to, say, Fidelity Bank. I just want to link up that single transfer from where I uploaded it. So it's giving me problem. Is there anyhow you can help?
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Augu. Yes, I think we even had a call yesterday for the same issue. And one of our accountants is trying to resolve it for one of our customers. So what I can do is just send us your phone number, pick up our number, send us a just hi, and our team will pick it up. So the accountant that was resolving the issue for a client yesterday is very much aware of how this can be done. So you'll be able to guide you on how you can do this batch, payment. All right, so that we don't go through the process in this call right now. And it is something that you have to share your screen, and we can't share your screen publicly like this. All right. So please pick up the number. Just say hi to us on WhatsApp, or you get the link and then submit a support ticket. Then I will get someone to talk to you. Which please take note of this. Or who is there? Please take note of this so that we can push this to one of our accountants to our system, because you are surely going to have to share your screen to show let's see what you are doing, and we can't tell you to share your screen on the public space like this. Okay.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Aruna. Aruna, are you there? You're muted. Okay, so just not to waste your time, I want to welcome you again to another session, the Odoo accounting training. And I want to really thank you for staying with us from the first week to this last week. We initially thought that, we're not going to have much people, but the turnout has been so impressive. And from my understanding with accounting people and other experts in the companies, you are very busy. For taking the time to join makes us proud, because we are living in a learning environment. So the more you know, the better for you. So people don't need to be thinking that they know too much. Never can tell. One small idea can change a whole lot of, or make a whole lot of improvement in your organization. So I want to really thank you for, staying with us throughout this. It has been an insightful session. The first week, we were able to cover some things about the overview. All right, we're able to cover the overview of the accounting dashboard. That was the first week. Then also the second week, we did things that has to do with revenue. We showed how you can create invoice, receive payments, look at your report, and all of that has to do with revenue. Then the third week, we deal with expenses, where we have to create bills to pay vendors, and then how we can do advance payments to vendors, and then use that advance payment to record transactions. So that's what we did, summary. On this final Friday for this accounting training, we're going to also look at some of the things that may be important. Let me quickly just share my screen. So by the way, for those that are just joining for the first time, my name is James O. James. I'm the co-founder of Growth Stack. It has always been my pleasurable moment to do training. I mean, I like teaching people. We have a lot of accountants in our team, but I lobby. I lobby because of, since I'm the one of the organ now, I push all of them aside so that I can do this training, because I like teaching. All right. So maybe next session you'll be seeing a different face. So it's been a privilege for me to talk to important people, or someone like you, because people behind this call are experts. They have long years of experience. Some of them CFO, chief financial officer, some of them business managers. A lot of big people are joining this call. So for me, it's a privilege to be able to take this session. So thank you for listening to someone like me. And so today we are going to look at some of the reporting, standard reporting that Odoo has to showcase. All right. So let me pull up this. All right. So this is week 4. We're looking at financial reporting, period closing, and then today is 11th of July. All right. So we'll be looking at something like profit and loss. Some people call it profit or loss, so whatever you call it. Look at the balance sheet, look at trial balance, and then the period closing, and then the tax overview. We know about VAT, we know about withholding tax, and all of these things. So these are key important. Then we now take some questions and we'll wrap up this training. So as usual, you can go to demo.odoo.com to look at the sample database. That database is in dollars, right? It's not in Naira, but that's what we can provide for you to access right now. But for me, I'll be using show my screen. Okay. All right. So we have a database we've been using all this while. So we have a demo database, which is going to, all right. So first of all, concerning reports, people working in different departments don't need to come to accounting to check the report. So if you look at sales module, for example, it has its own reporting. So they should not be disturbing accountants for their accounting reports. So they can always go to their own reports and they can check out different kind of reports, whether in graphical or anyhow they want to check whatever report they want to check. Odoo has all of those reports for them and they can measure any of the KPIs they want to show. So the sales people have their reports. Okay. Then also you can, of course, do by calendar. Then this pivot here, something called pivot. This is where you do your analysis. Most people don't use this pivot, but a lot of people that I know also use it for analysis. So what does this pivot, what's the advantage of this pivot? These are the, if you're in sales, for example, these are the reports categories you can get. Report about sales, report about salespersons, report about product, report about customers, report about commission, if you are doing that. Now, and if you look at other standard system, they come with standard reporting, meaning that you cannot get anything outside those kind of reports. So what the pivot provide is that some report can come into your mind, right? Oh, maybe your manager just say, please quickly give me a report of a particular customer from this month to that month and all of that, or give me a particular kind of report that wasn't even there in the system. All right. So that's what the pivot does. So you can actually do anything. So I can decide to say, okay, I want my column here to show my customers, and I want my row to show my customers, and I want my total to be based on salesperson. Okay, so I'm the only salesperson here for now. You can see this, or I want my total to be based on months. All right, you can see all of this, and then inside this month of January, or maybe probably I have some money here in June, I can do more filter based on campaign, based on currency, based on delivery, based on whatever I want to do. All right. So I can, based on project, based on price list, based on anything that I totally want to, or based on a particular advert that we run on social media, or even based on warehouse. All right. So now you can see that inside June, I have Lagos and all of these warehouses. I can actually expand this one to Bodo, because that's just where we've been selling and buying from. So I can expand and expand and expand. If it was a mistake, I can actually close it and then I can do more. I want it to be based on anything that I want to have. Okay, so I want it to be on quarterly basis. That can be done. I want it to be on, let's say, maybe in a monthly basis. So the pivot allows you to tweak every report according to your scope that you're looking for real time. And don't forget, you can always click this amount to go to the source document. So I can always click this 10 million to go to get the sales order number and all of that. So that's what the pivot does. Another important thing about pivot is that you can export it to Excel and do your analysis. And then also another important thing about pivot, this pivot is that if this is a report, if I notice that my manager is always asking me same report every time, and then that report is not here, I can actually insert into spreadsheet. That's if you're using Odoo Enterprise, okay? But meanwhile, don't forget where you can measure so many things right here. We're not going to that. So if I insert this into my spreadsheet, I don't need to be coming to do this filtering all over and over again. So I just insert this into my spreadsheet. All right. This is inside the Odoo spreadsheet. Else, I can download to Excel offline and analyze. So, but if I insert into my spreadsheet, so every time I'll just come into this spreadsheet like this, as data are entering the system, my report will also be waiting for me right there. So anytime the manager asks me similar stuff, I don't need to go and start filtering anything. I just come here and then I print it. I can remove column. I can do anything I want to do. Then if you come to your document management, you can always see all of those, some of those spreadsheets are waiting for you and so on. Now, that's what the pivot does. Okay. So if you don't have the report you're looking for, please try pivots. Okay. And then you might see whatever you want. So every department has reports. If I go to purchase also have their reports. So don't let them say, okay, give me access to accounting because I want to see report. No. Let them, they can see their reports of their own. Now, today we are dealing with accounting reports. First of all, let me show you this dashboard. This is Odoo Enterprise, by the way. So we are using community. Yeah, there's dashboard in community. Yes, there is dashboard in community. Okay, so you could see under accounting, because I have access to accounting, you can see this is for the top level managers. They don't have time to go to invoice by invoice, analysis to analysis. No, they don't have that time. They want to see if the business is profitable now. They don't have time to go look at invoice and all. No. And then you as a accountant or business manager, this is what you can use to do your monthly meeting or board meeting. You don't need to be going with papers. If your account is accurate, you can use this dashboard and say, just go straight to the summary. These are profitability statements between 2025. Compare this with 2024 and so on. You can use this for your presentation. And then the company will now see that, oh, okay, we spent money on Odoo and we are getting that return on investment. But when you are using Excel, hello? Yeah, when you're using Excel to present.
Please, are you sharing your screen?
Yes, I'm sharing my screen. It's not showing.
It's not showing.
Aruna, can you confirm? Is my screen showing?
Yes, I'm showing. Mr. Payemi, you could log out and log in, please. Maybe it's your network. We'll accept you back in. It's showing. I think everyone should be seeing it if you have a good, strong network with you.
Yeah, it's showing now.
All
Okay.
right. Okay, so.
Okay, great. So before we go into that accounting report, so these are what you can be using to do your presentation in your board meeting. Don't use Excel, because the more you keep using Excel to do your presentation in your board meeting, the more the top level managers are feeling disappointed with the ERP, because they'll be thinking they spend this amount of money for ERP and then the ERP is not useful. Use this dashboard to make your presentation. That will really help. All right. Not only dashboard. All right. Not only dashboard, you can use your accounting, which we're going to show you. But this is what the CEO, CFO, top level. Eh? My battery? Okay. Are you guys on with the meeting? Eh? All right. Sorry. I need to charge my system. Just
Hello, sir. Question, sir. Question, sir.
Mr. Alex, speak before he gets. Yes, speak up before he gets back. We are listening.
Okay, sir. My question is, with all this free training given to us, I just joined like 20 minutes ago. Can we get a kind of a manual that we can go through instead of disturbing the organization to come and be giving us training on training? So if you can get the manual, then we can actually train others in my organization with the manual. So I think if that was possible, I would love it.
Okay. So for the manual, there is no like a manual. We are the manual. That's like what my colleague explained. If you have something you want to understand on Odoo, it's not something that you can just go about and easily work on. But if you can reach us through the consultancy team, we would arrange time for training. And if all your people are available, you put them on, then we'll know how we'll continue from there.
Okay, no problem. Because the reason why I'm asking, we just procure an Odoo, but we have not started using it. So I would have joined this program before now, but I was away. Now I just stumbling over it. and I said, okay, let me join. So you people have done a lot. So by the time we wanted to kickstart our product, like in a week's time, I believe your organization, your team will be available for the training to train our staff.
Okay, so a consultancy link will be dropped for you. So you talk to adversaries, they will explain whatever you advise us. They will explain to you whatever the case is, and from there you will know what to do and how to go about it with them.
Okay, no, okay, thanks.
Check
Thank you.
the interest. You get your, yeah. And there's a record video in case, so that will be sent to your mail afterwards.
Okay, okay, sir.
All right,
Okay, okay, sir. I'll be very grateful, sir.
all right.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. James, we can't hear you. We can't hear you, Mr. James. Can't hear you.
I'm trying to reach out to him.
Sorry. Sorry. Okay, sorry, I was muted.
Right.
So what I'm saying, in addition to what Aruna said, if you go to your profile here, all right, you could click on documentation. This will take you to Odoo documentation, the latest documentation. And you can see different apps here. For accounting, for example, you can see different things that have to do with vendor bills. You want to see what is there, vendor bill sequence and all of that. You see documentation, but this is default. Your system might be set up, configured in a different way. And so that depends. If you are using version 17, you can also always switch back, or 16, you can always switch back here for those documentation. So it's right there inside your database. But you sometimes you need one-on-one physical training just to appreciate how this thing works. Okay, and we have office in Lagos, we have office in Abuja. So some of your users like physical training. Myself, I like physical training very much because I will see the instructor face, and I know when he's happy, I know when he's not happy. All right, okay, so that's just by the way. Thank you for that. But let me just finish my presentation, then we can take comments and questions. All right, so what I was saying is that if you're an accountant, you were part of the implementation of this software. Maybe you were not, but it's better for you to use something like this Odoo dashboard and make presentation in your board meeting or monthly meeting. People will see you like professional, right? A professional in this thing. Because most of these companies spend a lot of money acquiring this system, and at the end of the day, you are still presenting your report with Excel, and they will think you're not using Odoo to do your accounting. All right, so there are many other reports you can get on the dashboard. By the way, if you are very observant, you notice that this dashboard is Excel. This how all of behind everything in this dashboard is Excel. So, and we love Excel. I love Excel also. Okay, so that's it. So for today, we're just going to look at, we've done customer, how they create invoice, receive advance payment from customer, all of that, we've done them. In vendors, we've done how to create bills, receive payments, send advance payment to vendors, and all of that. And then there are many other things that are here, but let's look at standard reports that Odoo provides. Some of the ERP systems, some of the Odoo system might be customized, so you might see a couple of more reports or less reports or streamlined reports, but what we are looking at is standard, which are in most cases what most companies are using. And we're using IFRA standard of accounting. So let's look at some of them. If you look at the balance sheet, so what I'm doing is overview. The figures are not correct because it's a demo system. People create different things. People buy more than they sell or sell more than they buy. So when you go to report it, the first thing that people usually like in accounting is the balance sheet. You see your balance sheet, you can be able to tell what are my balances right now. You can see your assets. These are under assets. I'm just doing overview, nothing much. Under liabilities, you can see. Then one of the other thing you need to know is you can actually, when you see arrow like this, you can click the arrow to expand. So under bank and cash, you can see your balances in different banks. All right. Under receivables, we are in the assets column now, so you can see receivable accounts. There can be more and more accounts. So by the way, let me even start from here. Let's go back to the chart of account. In the chart of accounts, you, of course, you know that your account name is there, your account code, your account type. This account type is one of the main thing you need to understand on Odoo. All right. So like that's one of the questions that somebody asked that time. So he was saying that when he send money to Wema Bank, it shows his, or when he takes money from Wema Bank, it takes from all the branches. You see now, see that there's a branch attached here. So if you attach the branch, that FCMB or whatever is for that branch or that company. Okay, now, so the thing I want to show now is that if you look at the Odoo, if you look at it very well, if you click on this cash, check, look at what they write. It's faint, but you can see, if you can see very well, balance sheet items. So balance sheet items has to do with assets. So all of these under assets are under balance sheet. Liability are all under balance sheet items. Then and so on, you move on, and so you see another subheading here, profit and loss. All of these are under profit and loss statements. All right. In the earlier version of Odoo, it wasn't like that. But now you can see. So when you are adding a account type, you need to know this account type. Of course, this is what you do in accounting. But for those that are not accountants, this account type that I'm adding, is it a balance sheet item or is it a profit and loss item? Profit and loss is just basically income and expense. Maybe other things follow. But the balance sheet items are all these assets, liability. It's strength, but if you look at it closely, you see. So that's key. So don't add things anyhow in your chart of account. So when we come to balance sheet, you're only going to see those accounts that are balance sheet items. You can see them, they are all here. All right. So what it means is that we are not going to be seeing GT Bank in profit and loss. No, we will not see it. All right. So these are other things that follow. You can actually arrange this report the way you want it. Some people want it. Some people who don't, from projects in America that I've cited, liability comes first. I think that has to do with account standard before asset. But in Nigeria, we want to see money. We want to see what we are gaining first, what we have first, before we see what we spend. We don't even want to see expense. All right, that's us in Nigeria. Okay, so in the overview, I'm still running overview. So when you see this, you can always click this and you go to. There's also a bubble menu or this dot menu where you can go direct to your general ledger. So I have this amount. I want to see it in general ledger. You can go back, track it back or like that, and you can see your general ledger. Okay. And you can see your credit and balance. If it's multi-currency, you see balances in different currency. Like in this one now, you can see that this has to do with multi-currency. But the balance, please listen, the balance is the primary currency of the company. That's what the balances are going to show you. So all balances on Odoo is based on the primary currency of the company. So if you're using Naira, dollar, euro, all of those ones, what is the primary currency of your company? That is what the balance will show. Okay. Now you can have transaction in multi-currency like you're seeing now, but the balance will come in the company's currency. Okay. Now, and you can also decide to export your balance sheet to PDF or export to Excel, sometimes it's good to do some more analysis, all right? And then if you export to Excel, you can do your analysis. That's what the accountant does. So many other stuff. My balance sheet as at today, that's what you are having here. But if I want my balance sheet as at a specific date, okay, so I want it as at April 30th. All right, so you see it's a different balance. You can actually set a specific date or a range of dates and years and all of that. Okay, you can always set those dates. Odoo provides you with those options. Now you can also compare your balance sheet with multiple periods of time. So as at this date, as at 31st of April, okay, so I can decide to compare it with let's say 2 period. All right, so I can compare with any time, so that's what the comparison does. You can always remove it and you can do same period last year. In most cases, I want to compare where I am today. Am I better off than last year? So you can do that comparison or the same period last year in your balance sheet. Okay, but this demo database obviously was not available last year. But you can see 2023, 2024, 2025, the same dates. That's the comparison. You may want to also filter this by only journal. All right. So I want this balance sheet for a particular journal item. Okay. So no comparison and all of those things you can say. Then analytics account. So your cost center. Let me take this all back. I don't want to filter by anything. Okay. All right. So I want to filter this by my cost center or by project or by department or by whatever cost center. So let's use these our favorite CBN projects, hoping that CBN will give us project one day. So now you can see for that project, alone, you could filter those ones, or you could filter multiple projects as well, or analytics plan. There's something called analytics plan. So I want it to be only for all the projects, excluding everything else. Okay. So I don't just want to see only CBM projects. I want to see other projects as well. I don't know what other projects we've done. Let me see NMPC. Hoping that NMPC will give us projects soon. All right. So you see, for the projects, the balance sheet for NMPC, the balance sheet for CBN and NMPC compare as at this date and so on. You can see their balance here. You can see. So if you look at NMPC, you check. CBN, you check. NMPC, you check. All right. So I'm trying to compare how these two projects are doing financially. All right. Then you can also do more of the postings. You want to track by draft entry. So always remember to remove some of this your filter so you can get some of the stuff you want and so on and so forth. So okay, I want it to be okay. So this is how the balance sheet looks like. This is an overview. We're not entering data into the balance sheet, of course, you know that. So let's look at another report that is standard profit and loss. So this is the profit and loss. You could see your revenue, you could see your cost of revenue, you could see all of those things. This report can be changed, can be configured to fit your own format of reporting. Okay, so you could see your revenue part, you could see your cost of revenue, then you can check out if you're making profit. Please don't look for profit inside this demo system because everybody creates. So why I'm moving my mouse around, people are checking, is this people making profit? No, this is a demo system, please. All right. But you can see we are making profits. And anyway, you see green. If you point your mouse, it shows green or green letter on Odoo Enterprise. That means you can actually click to get there. If I click here, let's see what will happen. See all your journal entries that matches up those profits. Okay, I can always go back. This is green. I can click and go back. This is green. I can see this invoice for analysis. All right. So you can go into anywhere back from this invoice. I can even go back to sales order. I can track the payment that. So I can even go back to the sales order. I can check which person made these sales, right? I can drill down and drill down. I can check, okay, was this delivered? This was the one, this invoice was created, but it was not delivered. So there's a problem here. So you can go as far back navigation as you want to. So Odoo is very flexible. And you can do all of this with your mobile phone. That's the good part of all of this. So profit is basically your income and your expenses. All right. So which other one do people use mostly? Trial balance. Okay. So this is your trial balance. Of course, I told you that the balances are in the primary currency. So you can see your initial balance, you can see your ending balance. All of these are trial balance. You know what to do with that. Then your general ledger, which of course is your business activities area. You could see a lot of transactions happening there. So if I want to see what has been happening under PT Bank, you could actually go there and you can filter and check what has been happening. All right, you can export to Excel or PDF or anything you want. All right, so you can see all of this. So general ledger is there for you. You can see your journal item for this account. You can see all your journal for your stock valuation. You can also see all of them. All right. Now, sometimes one of the issues for people that are doing inventory items, when you are adjusting inventory, it's coming into your reports. Please don't forget. So it's not a fun thing to go and adjust your inventory. So you have 10 products, you go inside and adjust it to 8. You are bloating your account, you are losing money. So it doesn't end in inventory. That your adjustment has gone as far as the accounting report, or you increase it from 10 to 12. You're all right. So all of those you're increase and reducing and adjusting. So there should not be adjustment in the inventory anyhow, because it will come to, you could see all of these, your interim reports, receivable, all of this, and you check out your valuation, stock valuation. All of these are bringing it automatically into the system. If I do this stock valuation journal items, all right, you'll see a lot of stock items here, right? You see stock journal items. So any adjustment you do, it will show, all right? It will show. All of this comes into play. You can see the journals here. So everything in the inventory has journal and account that is moving into. Okay, so let's go on with the overview. You also have the executive summary. This, of course, is very key to your financial statement. You can see your cash, your profitability statement, your balance sheet, your performance, your financial position, all of that are there. Then another important, there are so many reports, all right? Another one is the partners report. In the partners ledger, this shows anybody owing you or anybody you are owing, including the staff. So the IOU, the loan, they are all partners. They are all in partners ledger. So when we say partners on Odoo, that is vendor, customers, staff, contacts. Everybody in Odoo is a partner. Remember, your vendor can be your customer. All right. So Odoo doesn't segregate partners. Your partners can be your vendor can be customer. In most accounting systems, you have to create a customer, let's say ABC company, as a vendor. You go to another section in the accounting software and go and create customer ABC company again. So you have the same company but created in two places. No, Odoo doesn't work that way. So once you create it once, that person is a partner. you can sell to the person and you can also buy from that person. So you can always get your partner statement, your account statement of your anybody. All right. So you can show your statement here. Let me check this one. Which one have we been doing? Speed company, something like that. Okay, so you can see the statement of company here. You can see these are the statements of the company. You can always filter by any date you want to. All right, you can send this statement to the partner. Like you can send this statement to your customer or vendor if they want statement of their account. You can send it by email, or you can download it as a PDF and print it and give it to them. Okay, so they are all here inside the partner's ledger. You can always remove them here. Okay, so which other reports should we look at today? Maybe a tax return. Yeah, this is one of the things, this is one of the activities that consume people's time. People need to come, and after you have done all your sales, you want to do your tax return, you have to come and start picking books one by one. All right. I tell this person I'm in a meeting. You have to start picking books one by one and then working out your tax. No. As you are doing your transaction, Odoo is keeping your tax records for you. So you could do your tax return. So there are many cash flow statements. Is there H receivables? These are reports you need to look at. For the H receivable, how many people are owing you and from what time? So everybody owing you from 31st to 60, sorry, from day 1 to 30 days. All right, you can see all of them here. People owing you from 31st day to 60, you can see all of them. From 61 to 90, you can see all of them. And then to 120, you can see all of them, or older. I think this is all Odoo can provide for now. So anybody owing you 121 days is older. You need to do something about it. I think in accounting, customer also, there's a follow-up. Odoo have added something that is called follow-up, where you can create follow-up automation. I think it should be somewhere. Let me see. Where the system can be following up the payments for you, all right, automatically. So it should be somewhere here. Invoice follow-up. Yeah, maybe it's not activated. Okay. So also you have H receivables, vendors that you are owing. You know, don't just be looking at people that are owing you. You need to look at people that you are owing to. All right. Okay. So you have invoice analysis, reports, and you can be able to analyze. Again, you can see your pivot here and do your analysis as much as you want. So then they also have, there's so many reports you want to look at. One of my favorite reports, which is not inside this reporting menu, is what we call analytics account, which mostly is the CFO that analyze. So you can analyze your cost center now. So I want to look at a project. So let me say I'm looking at this, what is that CBM project? So with the CBM project, I can actually tell my margin. There's a project going on. What's the margin? We are not on track financially. How many bills, how many invoices has gone out, how many purchase order inside the same project, okay? Then you can now manage budget from here. Odoo is fully integrated, so you don't need to give this access to your project manager who wants to see all of this margin. Odoo already have that in the project. So if you go to project and you go to, where is the CBN stuff? You can actually see your dashboard there, okay? For the project manager, you can see here. So don't need to give accounting access to project manager. In the project module, the project manager can see the margin, can manage milestone, can manage project, can manage tax, can manage vendor bills, how many vendor bills have been credited, how many invoices, how many. You can see now this project is not on track financially. Can manage budget as well. Okay. Can you join this meeting? Okay. Aruna, can you send a link to Joseph to join the meeting? All right. So now,
Joseph.
yeah. Okay. So now on the other reporting, there are many other reporting. We're not going to go into a lot of them right now, but that's what you can get for reports. I'm looking um, for where you can set reports. You can actually configure your report to be the way you want it. Okay, so I I don't have that privilege, so I can just come here and grant myself some more privilege to see some of the things. So some of the things you may not see on Odoo except you activate developers mode. Okay. So coming back here to accounting. All right. So we go into, if I come back here, I'm looking for where you can configure your report the way you like it. All right. 1 minute. Still checking. Accounting reports. Okay. So I'm still checking. All right. That has not been. Okay, so accounting report, yeah, over here. You can see accounting report. In this accounting report, you can arrange the way you want your accounting to show. So if it's your profit and loss, for example, how do you want it to be? You know, you want your, so you can arrange them. That's what I'm saying. All right, your cost of revenue, should it come on top? Should it be the first point and all of that? Please don't scatter this formula here while you're doing that. Don't remove all of these subs. So how do you arrange, how do you configure your report? Go to configuration, under management submenu, you can see accounting report. You will not see accounting report by default, except you activate developers mode. Okay. All right. So that's an overview of how you can get your reports from from the system. So, but if you are the business owner, you may not want to go into all of this. You can just quickly go to your dashboard. With your dashboard, you can track all the analytics and the KPIs that you want to track. If you go to finance, accounting, invoices, expense tracking, and all of those things, and so on. All right. Okay. So that's that's the overview for looking at my screen backward. So that's the standard reports that we have. And then one more thing, Joseph, are you on the call? So I'll get one of our accountants to join so they can show these period closing procedures. But before then, while he's trying to join, so or Auna, please accept Joseph into the call. All right. So
Okay, so
in the accounting here, yeah. So there are many setup that has to do with tax. It's a big thing. It's not just a big thing yet. Next year, with a new tax regime, it's going to be a lot. So please remember us when you want to restructure your system for the new tax regime. Make sure you get in touch with Growth Stack now. We are now your friends. Should do business with us. All right. But this is where you have your tax in case you want to do anything by yourself. If you look at your sales, they're in categories, tax type, you see them. Purchase, so you just basically tax are into these two sections, purchase and sales tax. Under your sales tax, you can have several sales tax you want, but if you look at this one, you can have every settings you need to do about your VAT and all of that. And also even add accounts. You can have multiple accounts for multiple VAT. So there are many settings to be done. Tax is inclusive or tax is exclusive. You can always set them right there. So this is for the configuration and all of that. Then for those that are accountants, don't forget that you have your journal entry that you can analyze and do whatever you want to do. For reconciliation, this training doesn't cover reconciliation, but remember I did an overview on accounting entry. So all of this, you need to know how these things work. All right, you need to know how it works so they can be able to analyze your reports. Okay, so that's my overview for today. Any other? So deferred expense reports are the expenses you don't want to include inside 1 month. That's just a layman explanation. So that means if for some companies you do rent, some companies you do rent, and then maybe the rent is 10 million naira. You don't want this 10 million naira to just come into January report. You want to spread them over the months. You can do deferred expenses. The same with deferred revenue. So some customers are paying you money for 12 months. You don't want this 12 months to be inside 1 month. You want to spread them for the period that these customers are looking for. Then there are many things else that is not covered, like asset depreciation. There's so many things. We're just hoping that maybe sometime soon we'll organize another training. So that will be my overview for this. Joseph, do you have any information on closing the studio? All right, maybe you want to lock an account for the month and all of that. So I'll allow Joseph to come in. Joseph is one of our senior accountants here in Growth Stack. So let him just do one or two comments on the closing, maybe locking of accounts and so on. Joseph?
Trying to mute myself.
You're unmuted, Mr. Joseph.
Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Joseph Okanufa. I'm the head accounts and finance at Crosstack Limited. I'm sharing my screen currently. Once you can see my screen, please confirm. Okay.
Mr. Baker, we'll get back to your hands after the presentation, please. We're taking notes of you. Your screen is yet to be shared, Joseph. I'm still waiting.
Please just confirm.
Yeah, share to display, but we're still waiting. Once it pops up, we'll let you know.
All right.
While Joseph is trying to get his screen, let's answer that question, Aruna.
Okay, Mr. Ayo, you can come in first. Ayo Oji, we are listening. Open up your mic and speak up. Then Rebecca will be preparing afterwards will be next. And any other person that has a question can actually raise up their hand so that we can have an orderly house.
Someone stands up.
Okay, so
Good morning.
Joseph is trying to get this. Let's answer that question.
Yes, Mr. Ayo, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, good morning. I'm Obama Jawali. So I just want to ask a question. When you are talking about the inventory adjustment, I work in manufacturing organization, and of which there's no how there won't be an inventory adjustment. So is it possible for if there is no inventory adjustment in Odoo, Or if there's an inventory adjustment, what is the possible leg that I want me to work on so that it won't affect both maybe negative or positive on the account ledger? Because I know that there must be an inventory adjustment unless if you said there shouldn't be an inventory adjustment. Okay, that's what I want to ask my question.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Yeah, I didn't say there should not be inventory adjustment. What I said is that when you are adjusting, just take note that that money is recorded in your ledger. All right.
Joseph, your screen is showing.
That loss, that negative stock. Then also, please note that inventory adjustment indicates something is wrong. All right. So you have a negative stock. Why? If you are doing manufacturing and you do negative stock, you have negative stock, something is wrong. It's either they are manufacturing and they are picking products and they don't have that raw materials and they are picking it to manufacture. So if that is the case, why can't you stop manufacturing when you have the materials in the store? Or they brought in the materials, but their inventory have not received it into stock, and manufacturing people are manufacturing, or people are selling what you don't have. So there's a reason why you have this negative stock. All right. So yes, Odoo provide adjustment because it's spot check. Very important that you have inventory adjustment. But something is wrong. That's why you are adjusting it. And when you adjust it, so if you have 10 items and you adjust to 8, you've lost money for those 2 items that you adjusted to. And it will show in your report. So if you don't know that this happened, you will be seeing your report. You know, you are losing money in your profit and loss statement or other report without knowing how you are losing this money. So inventory adjustment is a very important function in accounting or in Odoo as a system. But you need to always stop and ask, why are we having negative stock? Something is wrong. Someone is selling what we don't have, or someone is selling something from a wrong warehouse. So you have this item in the other warehouse, but the salespeople are selling from a different warehouse. So you have to be able to transfer, do internal transfer. So it's not enough to adjust. You have to ask this question. All right. I hope I've answered answer that question, Mr. Yo.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Joseph,
All right, so let's allow Joseph to show what he
sure,
has.
thank you.
All right.
Good afternoon again. Sorry for my system delay. So yes, you can lock period. Can you hear me? Please confirm you can hear me, please.
You can, loud and clear.
All right, thank you. So you can lock periods. Probably say we're done with January transaction and I want to close it up so that nobody can post to it, right? Except for permission to lock a period. So you can see we have an option to close it, which is lock date. And by the time you come here, you can see different types of locks that we can have. For example, you can lock your sales, your purchase, your tax return, or you lock everything, right? So those are the options available. So all you need to do, for example, on sales, so anything like income, I don't want anybody to have any access to do that. I just come to this sales and decide the log date. So let's say we're done with June transaction. So I don't want anybody to be able to post from period from 1st of January to June 30th. I just come to this place and log. So once I do this and save, yes, you can post for purchases. You can post for purchases. You can post for order and stuff. but anything that relates to sales, you can't do that posting. So there's an option to post to lock up a particular part of the system, or but other options are to June 30th and say that, oh, you don't post again. So anything from June 30th, nobody can post it. Then other ways is, okay, I'm locking up everything, but there are some exceptions, right? Yeah, there are some exceptions. So you'll be able to have those options to add those exceptions, right? Or you can do a ad block. So for ad block, you're locking up everything, and like you're locking up something and showing the key to the ocean. So nobody will be able to even access it at all. So you see, he said if I do this change is irreversible. So preferable, I'll just clear so that we don't have any issues. So most times, advisably, we advise that you lock with options to be able to reverse it, because there are sometimes you might have locked even for a financial year, for example. Let's say we had locked up a financial year, but we have not posted the actual tax for that period, because it takes, of course, it takes a while before the audit takes place and you now know the exact tax you're going to pay and remit to the FIRS. So at that point in time, you would now do, you can come and unlock, then other people can now come and make their postings. So once those postings are done, so you can see, for me, forever. So I'm saying lock forever and open forever. And I can now give, so you see, it's showing for me. So I can say for everyone. So I'm unlocking for either for me, for just me to be able to post, or I'm unlocking for everyone to be able to post. So I just click that, okay, or even I can even put a timestamp. So for the next 24 hours, I'm unlocking. And the reason is, say we okay, so I just say to post tax for the year, sorry, to post tax, I can do and say save. So with this now, for the next 24 hours, this shows that for the next 24 hours, this system has been open posting for that period, right? So you can do that. And yeah, and so many other stuff too like that. So I don't know if there's any question in as regards to lock or any other accounting related questions. So I'll just take it up. Hello? Can anyone hear me,
Yeah,
please?
continue, Joseph. Continue.
Okay, so is there any question as regards to what I just showed, or any other thing you want me to show you?
Okay, let's hear from Tax Officer Nuruddin. Then, if there's anyone else, then we'll allow them to speak up. So, Mr. Tax Officer, you can speak up. Anyone that has a question, please just
Good
take it up.
afternoon. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, my
Good afternoon,
question is not related to what you just showed us. I'm just joining this free training today because I've seen that I've missed the previous ones. My question, I just want to know, because very soon we'll start using this software, and I want to know companies like construction company where you need to report your give report according to project, like you want to know the profit for each particular project. How do you channel your expenses and income when you are posting to a specific project? And you know that there are some other expenses that are general. So is this Odoo, will it allow such posting to have a particular that is a profit for a project?
Yes, I'll take that question. Is that all, sir?
Yes, that is so.
Uh, so in Odoo, we have what we call analytic distribution, right? So with analytic distribution, you'll be able to track different different costs and revenue that relates to a particular project or a or revenue center. So you have the opportunity to do that. All you need to do is once you're making the income or the revenue, so I'm raising an invoice, for example, that regards to a particular project, I will tag that project as the analytic distribution, right? And with that, I have a pick up automatically. I'm trying to set up, this is an accounting training, right? So we don't have those modules set up already for the app. So let me see if I can do a quick setup for that. So I show you what works, how it works. Yeah. Um, just let this load. My projects module. Sorry. So, refresh my tab. What's the demo database? GSM. Sorry, please let me take another database that I've expired. Okay, sorry about that. I had to switch the demo database I'm using so I can show that, right? So we have the project module. So we have the project module. First off, you create that project. So you can see different projects that have been created here. So we have broilers production, software updates, medical exhibition. So you create the projects you want to track, you have them here. So then next thing is, as I'm trying to raise, say, a vendor bill for a particular cost that relates to that project, all I do is once I click on new and I select my vendor, say maybe my Odoo, for example, and I add a product. So let's say this is okay, let me not use product, let me use a label. So I attach and say this is label for construction, for example, right? Labor for construction. So I have labor for construction. So I can just select that project. So I can select the projects here. So maybe is broilers production, for example. So I select that project and I can put the price. So once I put the price and I save and I confirm the bill refundable date. So I confirm, right? I can make my payment, register my payment on this. So let's say I'm paying from GT Bank, I create payment and it's sorry. So it's paid. I come to reporting and I come to profit and loss, for example. I can group these through analytic option. I'll be able to see the amount. So this is the revenue that has resulted from this project, and I'll also be able to see the cost of revenue that have resulted from the project. So once I drop down, you'll be able to see what this project has been able to distribute. So that's available. You can track your project and other activities that relates to a particular project, and even your cost centers too. Hope I've been able to answer your question, sir. Hello.
Mr. Nuruddin.
No, you said me.
Okay. Do you have any other questions, please? Anyone with a question?
Hello. Yes, thank you very
Yes,
much
Mr.
for your
Nuruddin.
explanation. Yes,
Okay.
thank you very much
It
for your
was helpful.
explanation. I don't know if you will have the time to also show me the revenue side, because you just use the vendor license specific.
So it's same
So you
thing,
can
same
book a
way.
free
You want
consultation.
Okay.
yes, please. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, I'll book a free consultation, then we'll be able to hear from you and know what you want to understand, sir. I think that will be more preferable.
Okay, no problem.
Just check the in chart, you get the link. Yes, sir. Check the in chart, the links will be dropped. So just fill in the consultation form.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Anyone? You're welcome, sir. Anyone else with a question? The accountant is in the house, please, so you can ask your questions.
What do you call it? What do they call it?
All right. Without further time to waste, we are coming to an end to this session. Okay, Mr. Obi James, you can speak up, please. You have the floor. Obi James, we're listening. So your mic is still muted. We can't hear you speak. You have to unmute. Are you with us, sir? Your mic is unmuted, but we can't hear you speak.
Can you call the name of the person again?
Yes, Obi James. I've been calling the name, sir. Obi James. Rashidat, you can speak up since we can't hear from Obi James. Rashidat.
Okay, Obi James, please send text. Yeah, it's asking if you can send text. Please send text. You can pick your question.
Yes, please, you can do. Yes, you can pick it up. Rashida, speak up. Your mic is open. Mr. Nicholas, could you speak up? Let's hear from you. Maybe she's trying to rectify the voice problem. Mr. Nicholas, watch go. Ms. Rashidat, regarding the vendor and invoice, I think we did that in the second lesson. So if you won't mind, you can follow up with our videos, which will be sent via email. I think we'll combine from, sorry, we're not able to record the first class. So we'll combine second, third, and fourth, and we'll distribute it all around so that everyone can have time to go through them at your own pace. Mr. Nicholas, please, we're listening if you want to speak up.
His mic is muted.
Yes, Mr. Nicholas, your mic is still muted if you are speaking.
So what of Mr. Akin?
Is the one we just finished talking with via the in chat.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, sir. Mr. James, you can speak to us.
Okay.
We are trying to wrap up.
Yeah, so we're trying to wrap up the training. I really want to thank everyone, but I would like to just drop this last tip for accountants, not just accountants, everyone using Odoo or any other ERP system. I have two tips I want to drop for you, very important. The first tip I would like to drop is please, please try and balance your account on the system before you go home. Don't wait till the end of the month. Try and close your accounts, all the payments that has been done for that day. Please make sure that they are in the Odoo system. All the transactions that have been done, whether it's in sales, inventory, all the transfers, all the deliveries, all the receipts, please close your account before you go home. This is the biggest problem we have seen on the Odoo ERP system as a whole. So if people are selling and they are selling with the system, the inventory guy is not delivering those products out of the system. It's a big problem. Or people are manufacturing, people are purchasing, but the inventory is not receiving it into the inventory. It's a big issue. So if you receive anything into your company today, you have to close all those files that you have received all these things before you go home. So this it's not the 8 to 5 will not help you at the end of the month. So if you're following staff boss, why don't you start closing by 4 to make sure that all the entries are done? Because you in the inventory, you're not closing, you are affecting accounts. You are causing problems for manufacturing, and you are making people do adjustments. You in sales, you are selling, but account report for tomorrow morning is not capturing these sales. So why don't you close? And luckily for us, Odoo has mobile app, so you don't need to go to, for the enterprise users, of course, you don't need to go back to your office. While in the field, you can close and say, I've done this, you post it. All right. So my tips will be, please always close and balance your account before you go home. Your boss might call you in the night. You cannot tell him, sir, please wait till morning. No, he wants that information to make decision that night. Because most of these top level managers, they have time to work in the night. So you can't tell him, wait till tomorrow morning, let the other person close. No. He wants that report now. And the worst case is that some of these top level managers, they log into the system. So whatever they see is their real-time report. So you that have not posted your own report, you're causing a lot of problem for these top level managers. And they are making wrong decision because you did not post your own and balance your own account. This is a big issue. This is not a system issue. This is a manpower issue. All right. So if you don't have a lot of people in your company, you need to talk to your people. Okay, one person is doing sales, one person is doing inventory, one person is doing all of these things. It's not easy. You can also share this concern with your management. But the main thing is that whether you are one man posting everything or you have several departments posting different things, please balance your accounts before you go home. Don't wait till the end of the month, because before the end of the month, it will be too late. You'll be seeing negative stocks, you'll be seeing accounts not balanced, you'll be seeing inventory not balanced, you will be seeing things reporting wrong. This is not Odoo problem. This is a simple way of just doing your own part of the work. You cannot work in a bank and you go home and you do not balance your account. Doesn't matter whether they employ you to work 8 to 5. You cannot go home until you balance your account. Why are they doing that in the bank? Because the next day, it might be a problem. So let's say you didn't post, this person brought in money and deposit today. You did not post it. The person come tomorrow morning first thing to withdraw that money. The money is not there to withdraw and it's in your decks. This is just an example. So please, that would be my very tip I'll give it to you. And one last tip will be the access right for non-accountants. Please, I've seen in many systems where because of the friendliness going on within the company, the interaction, the work culture, the way people are friendly and related and work together like brothers and sisters. They open up accounting module for everyone. They open up inventory for everyone. They open up sales for everyone. They just open up everything for everyone. This is causing a lot of problem. So get your access right. If you don't have, if you're not an accountant, don't create invoice for any reason. Don't give invoice to salespeople to create, except this salesperson is also an accountant. But if this salesperson is not taking responsibility of accounting report, he will not be there to defend account. Please don't give him access for any reason. So if the customer say, I'm looking for invoice, in the sales module, there's what we call pro forma invoice. So this salesperson can send this pro forma invoice. He doesn't have to log into account to create invoice. And in Odoo, before you create invoice, a sales order is confirmed. So you have to receive payment before you create invoice, something like that. Because when you confirm sales order and create invoice, you cannot edit sales order anymore. All right. So let's try in our company, let's set this access right. If you have issues on setting this access right, we've dropped a support link. We are providing free support, all right, that has to do with functional, not customization. We've been providing free support since we started from Odoo Roadshow. We've been providing free support, whether we are the one that implemented the system for you, whether you don't know us at all, you can pick up the free support link and we can assist you to align this access right. Once you put out some of these little things in place, you will start seeing, you'll be very happy with your system. So that will be my tips. And in the other part, well, so we are Odoo partners, one of the best Odoo partners. Why not? If you have a new project, why don't you talk to us now? We are your friends now. At least you know us. You know, a friend is better than a brother. All right. So you can talk to us about your new implementation. Sometimes you can do this Odoo by yourself, but along the line, after 3-4 months, you have issues. So why don't you talk to us from the beginning? Let's just look at what you've set up. Is it correct? And then do a training on all of that. So talk to us. If you have a new project or you want to recommend someone to us, okay, these guys are doing Odoo and you want to do, please, these are the companies, talk to them, they can assist you. Recommend to us now. If you want commission, why not? All right. So you say ask and it shall be given. So we are asking now, if you have a new project coming up, please talk to us. We have large team that can attend to you. All right. So I want to thank everyone for being part of this training. And I hope it has added 1 or 2 value to some people. We didn't cover everything, but at least the basics are still important. So I want to thank you for joining. And I wanted to ask one question. I don't know if it's good to ask. I wanted to ask, what are the other areas in Odoo that people have problems? Maybe we can take that section and do another 1 month for maybe inventory, or maybe sales, or maybe marketing. So if we can get a vote now and say, okay, please do another section for inventory or marketing or HR, then we can set up another 1 month, maybe not soon, for that section. So we can get a vote today and know which one should we do next. All right. Because we're not teaching ourselves, we're teaching people. So let me do that before my closing remark. Aruna, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
What
sir,
should
I
we
do.
next? Yeah, what should we
We have some hands. We have some hands up, so let's rush into them and hear what they have to say.
Okay, please. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Umar Usman, can speak up. Your hands are up. Then Mr.
Yeah,
Ko Olawole, you prepare yourself, sir.
thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Aruna and the team.
You're welcome.
My question is regarding the Odoo. Is the Odoo, is it only web based?
Yes, Odoo is only web-based. All right. In fact, modern applications are web-based, but it doesn't mean web-based that you must use internet. You can install in your location. You don't need internet connection. That you can install in your local machine and do networking around your office. But web-based application is the way modern applications are being done. Because if it's not web-based, let's say you install it on a machine, and that installation is compatible with Windows 10. So anytime Windows release another operating system, another version, let's say Windows 11, that means the other application will not work again in Windows 11. So if you have, so web-based is the best, method of delivering software application these days. Apart from that, so if I install it in my machine, which is Windows 10, okay, how do I access with my iPhone that doesn't have Windows 10? So this compatibility has been a very big debate over the years. But with the web-based, I can access my Odoo on my mobile phone. I can access it on my laptop. I can access it on any application, any platform. All right. So those days where we used to have only desktop, it was easy. But now you have desktop, iPad, or different things, mobile phones, and even TV, home TV now. All right. So web-based is the best way. But doesn't mean that you're only on the internet. You can install it on your local machine. All
I
right.
understand because the current ERP we are using in my own end in the company I'm working with, they're using Tally. So just trying to see how far I can align both the two so that we can adopt the Odoo.
Yeah. We've had so many clients that are using Tally before. Yeah. So Odoo is web-based. Um, Web-based means cross-platform, and is a very wonderful way of delivering system. All right.
And then the second question is that so I am a technical personnel. So when are you people going to have a session for a technical person like me here?
Yeah, that's important. So Aruna, please, can you take note of that? I think we can have a webinar, 1 day session for technical people, because these are key. I just spoke about access rights. These are what the technical people can do for their company. You can have a
No.
1 day session, maybe 2 or 3 hours or less or so. Then we walk them through these technical areas, then how to manage the system, how to configure the system, how to manage users, so many things. The IT people are core in this part of the Odoo system. So how to configure, make a template, so many things. So we just make sure your email, I think your email is in our database. If your email is not in
Sure.
your database, please drop, then we'll do a webinar, 1 day webinar for the technical IT people. Very important, yes.
Yeah, because as a head of IT, I had to have these ideas so that I can inject to the management.
Absolutely, absolutely. And by the way, that Odoo partners are developers. We are not marketing companies, right? We are software companies. So IT is you are part of us, right? We know what this means for sure.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Kolewale, but before then, I think regarding to what Mr. James said, so we can have, since we're in a democracy era, we can all drop the next option of cost line we should take. So from the ones we have, we'll select, and the ones that has the highest recommendation, I think we'll work with that. I think that should be a good way to decide. Mr. Kolawale, please, you have the floor.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity. It's part of social responsibility, corporate social responsibility, and I've been enjoying it. In my own case, I exited organization, and I've been trying to do a consultancy. I came across this, and I just felt it's very, very useful. So I'm enjoying the training. But when Mr. James was addressing us on the real-time posting, I want to ask, is it not possible for the system to set up some command or authority level that if you don't have store, you cannot post some items? I know it usually creates some departmental problem because the sales want to post because they have demands, they have customer to serve, and the manufacturing will not wait because they have issue on the machine. But the problem for we accountant is that when you make the stock negative, that could be a very serious issue in terms of pricing method. Maybe you are dealing with import in progress and then you didn't post, and later you want to post, and the average cost or whatever method you are using, LIFO, FIFO, whatever, it could really be costing a lot of adjustment. And adjustment is very, very bad. It's very, very bad. So if we can constrain them not to post when there's no stock, so that we put everybody on his toes to say, okay, just like Mr. James has used the example of banking, there's no way you can go home without balancing your account. So if you have a heaps of invoice to post, maybe to receive stock, and then you are not receiving it, and because of that, people cannot post, consumption, or you have a finished good that you're supposed to post, and then you are not post, sales cannot post, then there's a problem. So I want to know if Odoo can provide that. So in terms of customization. Secondly, I want to know, maybe I missed that aspect of training. How can you install Odoo? Like, you want to install it and do some for small business, so that we have opportunity of calling Gropat for a partnership. So I want to know that, and so that I can go through and check and see if it is like I have some poetry school around that we are auditing. So in case you want to recommend. Thirdly, I think I've sent my aim to partnership to collaborate with Gropat in case of opportunity. So, and I've not received a response. So if that can be considered. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot, Mr. Kalawole. You are speaking like a consultant indeed. You're looking for solutions. Thank you so much. So the first part that has to be, is it not possible to restrict, some things so that if A is not done, B cannot be done? It's very possible to restrict, but sometimes Odoo default settings or Odoo default mode does not restrict. For example, in sales, Odoo default sales module allows people to sell even when they don't have the stock available. The reason is because some company sell first before they produce, or I can sell to you, you give me the money, and then I'll tell you I will deliver in 2 weeks. So even if I don't have the goods, but I should be allowed to sell. So Odoo allows those by default. But if you want to restrict it that if I don't have this product, people should not be allowed to sell, that's where you have partners or Odoo consultants coming to do the work for you, because you can do this across board. If you don't sell, of course, if you don't sell, you can't create invoice. And then also in Odoo, sometimes if you sell, you can deliver before you receive payment, or you can receive payment before you deliver. And so there's no restriction in that flow, because some people can actually deliver first and then payment later. That's why we have the age receivables there. Then, or you need to receive payment first. So in most companies, so you want to restrict that a customer should pay first before we deliver, that you need Odoo consultant to assist you with that. So all of these are flexibility, because Odoo can be used for different purposes. So the ones that are more are the defaults. All right. So that's why the restriction is not there by default. But if you want restriction at any point, you need to contact the consultants to work that out for you. Now, how to install Odoo? So there are two types of Odoo. We have Odoo Enterprise and we have Odoo. 1 minute. Let me share my screen so I can better explain this point. So there are two types of Odoo. We have Odoo Enterprise and we have Odoo Community. Odoo Community is the one you don't pay the user per license. It's still official. It's not like it's a pirated system. No, it's official. Now, the Odoo Enterprise is the one you pay per user per license. So, of course, because you are paying per user per license, so there are many more optimizations there more than community. But if you go to Odoo, so if it's enterprise you want to go for, you can start with 1 user license, 2 user license. If you go to Odoo website, like you see on my screen now, if you want to install a new one, all you need to just, if it's for enterprise, if you are ready to pay per user per license, which is the cheapest in the market compared to other ERP systems, Odoo license is the cheapest in the market. Then all you need to just go to odoo.com, go to pricing like this. Even if you don't have the money yet, don't be afraid to click the pricing. Like sometimes usually don't want to click pricing. I just want to see the price and anyway. But you need to just come here like this. You can see different. You can start with this one of $7 per month. You can pay monthly. You can pay yearly, right? This is yearly price right now. The good thing about this Odoo is that this price is for Africans, right? If you are visiting this site from France, this $10 is 40 something dollar or thereabout. So it's already subsidized for African market because they want many people to onboard from this region. So all you need to do is just go ahead. You can do free trial, 14 days free trial. Or you just go ahead and, you can do free trial to install it. Or you just go ahead and just click on buy. All right. When you click on buy, of course, we do provide free hosting for that. So if it is community, you have to do your own hosting by yourself. You have to do your own security by yourself. You have to do everything. So if you're buying this enterprise, put the number of users. So if it's just one, you just pay $130 for 1 year. There's no ERP as cheap as this. There's no ERP as cheap. I've seen so many. So what you can do now is that, this is already on a free hosting. So leave it there. One of the other things you can do is select these local partners here and then choose Growth Stack. You can get free support from us. The reason is because when you sign up, this account is under us, and then we can have access to be able to provide you free support. So all you need is just click with local partner. You can see Growth Stack in the list. We are the number 1 there in the list. Okay. Then you just go ahead and then pay. Forget this line of code here. All right. So with this now, you can install it. Or if you don't want to go through the sign up yet, you just go to pricing and do your free trial. Once you click on your free trial here, what you can do is select the apps you want. You want accounting, you want sales, you want petty cash expenses if you want. If you don't want, you leave that. You want what? Inventory. Then you go ahead and continue your installation. Once you continue, just fill the form there, then Odoo will install it automatically for you. That's how to install Odoo Enterprise. But if it's community, it's different. You have to download and go to community. You can see the edition. What is the difference between community and enterprise? The difference are there in the official Odoo website. Things community have, things enterprise has that community doesn't have. For example, community don't have mobile app, okay? But you can download the community, do your web hosting. So luckily also, we have some partners that does Odoo hosting, all right, in Nigeria, so you don't have to pay in dollars. You can also host enterprise on your own where you want to host it, all right? So you can see the difference between community and enterprise. So I've shown you how to install. Then also for the partnership, yes, we work with lots of consultants. In fact, we've been negotiating a lot of partnership with people this past few months, more than we've ever had in so many years. So partnership is key. I mean, there's not, how can you do business without partnership? So we would like to partner with consultants. We have so many important people who have consulted for large organizations, and they want to provide services for medium and small businesses with their experience. And they want a system that is very easy to use, and they want to work with Odoo partners that is responsive. We have a lot of arrangement with so many consultants. So you can pick up a phone number, please, Ruth or Aruna, please drop a phone number there. Let him pick it up and
Okay,
say
sir.
hi. Yes. Then we have a discussion with him. We have some arrangement with the consultant. And then that also reminds me, while Mr. Kalowole was talking, if you're an accounting firm, you have an accounting firm, please, why don't you add technology to your services? Or I don't know if I can restrict these kind of things, but the way the world is moving now, add technology services into your portfolio of service, where you provide, consultancy to your businesses, your clients, on the system they should use. That's why this training is important. If you're an accounting firm, you now know what Odoo is about. You can know how to talk to your clients. Then if you have this kind of firm, audit firm, accounting firm, talk to us now. We can become your technology partner. While you are offering these services to your clients, we can be your technology partner at the background, supporting you, so that you can have many more streams of income. So we are open to partnership a lot. Thank you. Thank you so much for that question, Mr. Kalawole.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful.
Thank you, sir. Any other question from anyone else?
We have Akinola. Akinola, if you feel free.
Yeah, so you can take more time to answer questions because this is the last day. All right. I don't know.
This is
So
the
let's
last
just
time,
give them time. Yeah, let's just give
Yes,
people
sir.
time to ask questions. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Akinola, I can speak up, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, all. Yeah, my name is
Good
Akinola.
afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Actually, I received the notification for this training right from the start, based on the fact that I'm always a visit type. I've not been opportune to join. Even today, I just have to say, let me just join. I find it very much interesting. But what happened is that I realized that it's actually good for quite a lot of business is applicable. But from what I've seen here so far, I work in a healthcare business. I've not really seen how it could be applicable in my industry. Taking into consideration, I mean, dealing with patients, also the rudiment of ensuring that register a patient and the billings for the patient, all those things. In fact, from A to Z of the schematics of a hospital, I didn't see anything that's related to that. So if I were to confess my reason that, okay, let's go for Odoo, how do you convince me that I can be able to relate with my CMD that which you are taught me?
All right. Thank you, sir, for that question. Yeah. So, yes, industry-based industry, because we have so many industries, different levels. Odoo default applications are applications that are common to all businesses. For example, whether you're in healthcare, manufacturing, fast-moving goods, you need accounting and finance. Whatever industry you are, you need human resource. Whatever industry you are, you want to sell. Whatever industry you are, you do marketing. So all of this Odoo provides default business application or different management tools. Now, when it comes to the industry base for like healthcare, so let's say it's a clinic facility, from the end to end, the appointment setup, all of those things, we have to customize that part of the application for you. All right. So we have to develop, like I said, Odoo partners are a software company by, by nature. So you have to get in touch with us, and then we can develop some of those applications for you. So luckily, we already have some of these applications in-house that we have developed for other clients. So we can use them. You can use them for other people as well if the privacy policy or NDA allows that. So we have them. So it has to be developed for you. The good thing is, after you have developed this appointment-based application for your clinic, you already have accounting waiting for you to integrate. You already have payroll waiting for the integration. You have your, point of sale, cash point already waiting. But other hospital management system, for example, they don't have this accounting. They only have hospital management, or they have accounting, but they don't have the robust accounting report that I showed earlier. So you see, that's why you have to develop those systems on the existing ERP, so that you don't have to come and start developing balance sheet, profit and loss. You will see hospital management system where you have standard of accounting, like all of this one you have in the ERP. So with this already available, it's just now very easy to develop hospital management system and plug in a module and plugged it in. And we've done that severally for so many customers. All right. So you will not see it on the Odoo to select, because there's so many industries. All right. So if you need those hospital management system, talk to us, talk to our salespeople. They can schedule a meeting with you to understand your operations, because it's not the same operation for all the healthcare. All right. So if you're a clinic, it might be different from, a spa. A beauty clinic is different from, so they are all different. So please talk to us. There's a link for you to talk to, or there's a phone number. We can guide you through the process. Thank you for that.
Actually, the hospital I work for actually has all that you have mentioned. Even beyond that, it's into diagnostics as well as a laboratory. Even they are also into plastic surgery. So actually a group of companies that has branches, I mean 4 branches all over Nigeria. So meanwhile, for the when it comes to patient care, we currently use it now. But along the way, we have actually been the one driving in that. No. I mean, single app be good enough. I mean, we don't need a separated ones. So along the way, we have one that we are considering already. And one thing I see about that is that it's actually only encompassing both. I mean, I won't like to mention the name for now, but we have seen some other hospital, big hospital are using it. So, so what happened is that for today now, coming to Odoo trading, there are some other accounting aspect that I've seen here that are not in that. So that's what you want considering. If you can have it in everything that is in Helium that you are currently using can be combined with this, I believe that will be very nice. So that's the reason why I just say, okay, maybe I should talk to you regarding that.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, I've seen Helium system. We work with so many healthcare facilities. We've seen the Helium system. But I can tell you with boldness that Odoo accounting supersede every custom-made system that is not business. Odoo accounting is business management system. most of those other applications are tailored to the industry base, which is also fine because they will actually streamline those things based on the industry. All right. But at the end of the day, they actually end up using so many systems because those other systems couldn't do everything. But we do, if you do everything, we do on Odoo, you will have everything in one space. We've seen so many systems where we have to do, they're using procurement. They're using procurement, all right? They're using Odoo procurement in this health facility, but they have healthcare management system and all of that. So it's not a problem. So please talk to us without taking other people's time. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution.
Yeah.
So let's
Okay.
give the opportunity to somebody else. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
If you're available, you can speak up.
Yes, please go ahead. We don't need to call names.
Okay. Whoever is ready, please, you can unmute your mic.
Hello? Am I on?
Yes. Mr. Nicholas, you can hear.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. I understand from this interaction that Odoo is a business accounting system, and we are in the line of transportation. Okay? And what I want to ask is on the area of adjusting for sales, ticket sales. Now, there are some people that buy tickets in advance, and let's say they want to travel next tomorrow, they buy ticket today, okay? And if peradventure the accounting period does not cover the date of the journey, we have to adjust, because as at that particular, as at the end, let's say end of month accounting, somebody booked for next month, and we have to account for the income of this month. Now we have to adjust to ensure that the income received in this month in advance will not be accounted for this month because the service have not been rendered. So I just want to ask, how is this system, how can it be tailored to ensure that such income are taken out of sales and then to be accounted for in the month of the journey or the service that is rendered? Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, I think when we're doing income, when we're doing, I think the second week, when we're doing revenue, we discuss this specifically. All right. Now, if you look at the accounting, okay, to keep doing this, if on the customer payments, luckily Odoo has web interface where we can build the ticket booking. But if you already have a ticket booking system, you can integrate with Odoo. So if I receive payment for someone like this, let's say, so it's called advance payment. So I'm using Mr. A, B, B as the customer now, all right, without even having to add any details. I receive an advance payment of 60,000 if that's the ticket fee, all right. Then when it was closing out to whether Money Point or Paystack, online payment, whatever. So let's just use this as the payment. So we receive this money in here. The good thing is that, and we issue our receipt for that money we've collected. The good thing is that this money does not show up in the profit and loss. So it's not recognized as revenue yet. It's not show up in the revenue. It will not show up in the product sales, nothing. This money will show up in the balance sheet like this. So if you look at your balance sheet and check out this GT Bank, that money has showed up in the balance sheet to show that we actually have this money. Again, this money shows up in the wallet, kind of a wallet. I'm calling it wallet now, but it's not actually wallet. So if I come to reporting, I check the account balance of that passenger, for example, which is partners ledger. I can look at Mr. ABB. You can see his balance here. All right. So this money is not recognized. Then when eventually we recognize this to be okay, this person has used that service, which is where Odoo can now actually, that's where the invoice. I'm just breaking this thing different places because it's not configured to your listing. So if I use Mr. ABB, for example, and then actually decide to collect that money here, all right, I'm just using transport, for example. Sorry, apology to other people that are watching. So if by the end, maybe the person decide to switch, even switching, okay, I'm no longer traveling like this, so my money is to increase or my money is to balance. So, but let's say the person paid 60,000, it changes the route. It's going to a different city, not the other city. So this is the guy now. Now, this money will be recognized as sales. You can actually see that you have outstanding credit for this balance, this customer. So where is it? It's here. You can see here. So we're going to use it and mark it. Now we recognize that payment as a sales. So even if you go to the wallet of that customer, which is Mr. ABB, or if people are too many, you can actually search ABB and then check out the statement of that person. You can see that he paid 60, he has used 50, and the balance is 10,000. So he either has to use it for another service or we can make a refund, whatever it is. So this whole process can now be integrated into your booking system, right? So that, without taking too much time, because there are many people in the call. So that's how the system can handle that part. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Which means it can be customized as
yes, and integrated with your booking system. Yes,
okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay. Okay. Aruna, I think do you have questions?
We don't have anybody. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Let's just give room to 2 more people and we're done.
Okay.
Mrs. Rebecca, are you there? Rashid Zubair.
Okay, good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Okay, please, the payroll module on the Odoo 18. I think we actually have an issue with setting it up. I've run through the whole thing. I can't even see payee on it. I can't even see like the module. I don't understand it seriously. I don't know how to set it up.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, yeah, of course, you have to get expert to help you out in that part of things. The payroll module, do I have payroll here? I think I have payroll. Yeah, you have to be able to set up the salary structure and rules, which can be very challenging for new Odoo consultants. For the rules, so if I have some rules here, you can actually set up different rules for different things. So let's say housing, for example. So we have the housing. You need to be able to, so how many percent, you have to write some formula here. How many percent of gross is housing? You write this formula here, all right? And you should be able to know how you can tie these salary rules to your salary structure and how you can tie the salary structure to your employees. And then, of course, all your employees must have contracts. If they don't have a running contract, they cannot receive any salary, okay? So you have all of this. You can see the pay slip. So you will need assistance of a consultant to at least help you that first time to set up the payroll. It's not a straightforward way of setting it up. Then for the payee, this is an extensive formula because it's based on law, right? It's based on labor law. So it has to be calculated based on that. So, but if you want to start, you can actually start your payroll and then do your payee manually. until you have the funds to get a payroll consultant or someone that can write that formula for you. So in that case now, you need to impute that you're paying manually. Because and also in many companies, not everybody does the pay. So if you're paying a cleaner 20,000, now you want to deduct everything. Even you will be afraid to deduct. All right, or paying cleaner 50,000. Now you're deducting pay, you're deducting pension before you know. So some companies, look at these things. So they decided to do pay manually. But if you are very keen in pay, you need to write a formula in the rules, salary rules.
I actually understand all this part. I mean, on these rules, like the whole, the setting it up from the configuration and everything, it's just not adding up for me. So maybe we paid for it on our module. So I need at least someone that can just
free consultation. Just book a free consultation. I think we'll be able to handle that there.
Yes. If you don't know how to write, like for example, setting up this Python code, the formula is in Python code. If you don't know how to understand this Python code, if I do Python code, Odoo suggest some codes for me. Do you know what this means on the system? All right. So that could be a bit of challenges for you. It's the formula. Once you have the formula, you don't have any issue. Once you can get the formula right, you don't have any issue. And then another thing is, apart from setting up the rules, so if I set up transport, for example, or housing, some people have that account in their ledger or GL, their chart of accounts. So you need to also connect pension. You need to connect so that when you deduct, it will stay somewhere waiting for you to remit. So if you don't know how to connect these accounts, and then also some people even have to the point that I want to track salary based on departments. They even have cost center. So you need to know how this linking of account works. All right. So that's one of the things you need to know. But you can, if you're just doing payment and you're not linking to accounts, all those your salary you've been paying is not reporting to accounts, and that could be another frustration. So it's a bit technical. You need to get assistance, right? So get in touch with us. Don't worry. Don't think about payments yet. Just get in touch with us and let us know what your issues are.
Please, a contact number for that, sir.
Okay, please post a contact number there, Ruth or Aruna. Anybody, please.
That will be done soon.
Yes. Exactly.
But if you check, there are posters with phone numbers, but we'll still drop it for you to pick it up.
Right.
So I think
maybe it's just joining now. Maybe if it's just joining now, you will not see it. Just put a new number.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
it's dropped already, so you can pick it up.
Okay. All right. Any
So,
other comments or questions for people that have been joining the training? Is it productive? Was it a worthwhile time?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been my pleasure to be taking this training. Like I said in my opening speech, sorry, a bit of loss of communication. Please, Aruna, can you hear me?
You're back now, sir.
Okay. All right. So if you're a consultant, in fact, if you're Odoo experts and you're accountant or a consultant, why don't you partner with us to organize a seminar like this for your people? All right. No, we are not the one to anchor the seminar. You'll be the one, but we will be there to answer any questions that has to do with technicality. All right. So we can have another session like a webinar. Then we can invite one of these people, one of these experts to help us Anchor be is the speaker for that webinar. That will help because it's not everything we know. We are developers and we just will do. But there are other areas. For example, tax is coming soon. Tax regime, a new tax regime is coming. It's going to pose a lot of issues in system. So we will need people who are tax experts to come in and then do a webinar, and then we can call our people to join, then do a webinar and share this knowledge you have. We'll be doing this, from time to time. So I want to thank you again for everyone for taking the time to join, and we look forward to seeing you in another event. Aruna, please take over from here.
All right, thank you, sir. I believe Mr. James has said it all, but appreciation is never too much. So we really want to say thank you all for taking out your time. Okay, Mr. Baker, are you available now? Can you speak?
Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, please, ma'am. I've been waiting on you since.
Yeah, thank you. Please, thank
You're
you for the
welcome.
presentation. It was a nice one. So then my question is, although it's majorly on reporting and inventory, but I just want to ask a question on reporting now, which is majorly on the receivable reports. I want to ask if the AG analysis on the receivable report, if it can be extended more than the 120 days that we have there on the Odoo default reports, because most receivable reporting, you have them to like 360 days and above 360 days. The one is on Odoo currently just 120 days. I'm asking if that can be customized or if it can be extended to more than 120 days that is currently there because of loss provision or receivable analysis.
Yes, that's it can be customized to extend. Yeah, so what you're looking for is more column for different because Odoo already have older than 120 days. So that means everything outside 120 days is grouped inside the older column. But if we need more, like 120 to 200, 180
yes. To 360 days and above, which now falls under the older.
Yeah, that can be customized. Yes, that can be customized for you.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you so much. So, you can pick up our consultation form in the e-chat and you can reach us out so that we can arrange an appointment with you to look into that. Basically, we are here to be a helping tool to everyone. If you want to understand Odoo or you want to dive into Odoo or you have Odoo and you're trying to understand it, we are here to help you make it seamless and make your effort worth a while. Because it becomes frustrating when you're trying to do something and you're not getting a hold of it. It's like someone starting Excel and you're telling him to do some advanced requirements. You know how frustrating that can be. So it's the same thing as Odoo. You can use your money to buy something, but when you don't understand it, you might not be able to go through it. So we are Good Stack here. We are here for you at any time. If you have a challenge, please don't hesitate to come to us. That's why we partner with Odoo, so that we can be here in Nigeria for you to help you in the time of your needs. So without being said, we say thank you, and we look forward to seeing you. As we all have your mail for contacts, you'll be receiving some messages from us time to time. Whenever we have an arrangement such as this or any other, we'll let you know, and definitely we'll look forward to having you. So I say thank you on behalf of Good Start.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you on behalf of Growth Stack to everyone, and wish you a very productive second half of the year. Thank you very much.